Good morning, brothers and sisters. Today's video is going to be an instructional video and some of my insight on meditation. This is going to be a basic video on people that's never done it before, and some of them felt drawn to do for a while, and I felt like today was the day. So first of all, a lot of people just don't realize how powerful the mind actually is. So I'm going to go off on some facts and some studies that I've read up on and let you know the potential here. Studies have shown there's medical cases of women who thought so convincingly to themselves that they were pregnant that their body actually produces the symptoms of being pregnant. Their breasts produce milk, the body produces the hormones, they show false positives on pregnancy tests, all done with the power of the mind. I read a book on subliminal technologies and self-hypnosis, and it talked in there and studies of women who believed that their breasts would get bigger, and they did because of just the power of thought. The placebo effect in scientific studies, often people were given nothing but sugar water and told that it's medicine, and they get better. People have cured themselves of pain, ailments, diseases with nothing more than the power of thought. So the question is, how do we harness that power? How can you do that? How can you change the way you think to better serve you? How can you use that power to heal yourself, whether it be emotional trauma from the past, or it be the way that you react to situations, or even chronic disease or illness? I mean, you're only limited by your own belief. Buddhist monks are said to be able to raise their body temperature to stay warm in those mountains with nothing but the power of thought through meditation. Now, wouldn't you like to have that kind of ability? Wouldn't you like to be able to have that power of your brain, of your mind, to sit there and not get mad over little things? To change your life around? To have that power and not allow anybody to have power over you? It's possible. You can heal anything. Some scientific studies that show that 90% of all illnesses and diseases actually come from the mind. It's different connections and synapses that go off in the brain that cause the body to react in a certain way to cause a disease to take hold or an illness to take hold. Said only about 10% of disease is from an external influence. I recently read up on that. It's pretty interesting, and I don't believe me. Check the facts, Google it, check the research, do your own research. Don't take my truth, find your own truth. I'm just telling you what my truth is. You can take it and accept it, or you can reject it and find your own. But this is what has helped me. And this advice that I gave to people face-to-face has helped them as well. So how do we meditate? What is meditation? Meditation is gaining control of the mind. At first, anyway. That is where you got to start. If you cannot control your mind, then you can't do mindful meditation to allow you to do things such as view past lives, astral project, so on and so forth. I mean, you can do so many things through meditation, so many unbelievable things that a year and a half ago I thought were impossible. But I've witnessed it firsthand myself. So how do we start? Well, a good way to start is you have to train your brain first. Now, there are people that say that you have to sit a certain way, you have to hold your hand a certain way, and I don't personally believe that. What is important is that you get comfortable. What I do feel that is also important is that your back is straight, because the 7 chakras, it helps the energy transfer throughout the chakras and throughout your body. So that way the energy flows and it does what it's supposed to. It does whatever you're trying to get it to do. So sometimes I will meditate just laying down flat on my back. When I do a mindful meditation, I will sit up. But it's whatever you're comfortable with that really matters, because if you can't get comfortable, you can't do it. So that's important to say. Don't let anybody tell you there's a right or wrong way to do it. So first you want to get into a comfortable, quiet place. I recommend turning any electronics off. I recommend silencing your phone. Making sure that you have 5, 10, 15 minutes, however long you feel you need to block everything out, not have any distraction. And what you're going to do is you're going to sit there, and you can do it with your eyes open or closed. Most people find it easier with their eyes closed. And you will just simply breathe. Deep breaths. Hold the breath in for a few seconds. Let it go real slow. Be sure you get all the air out. When you think you're done pushing, push some more. And another deep breath. Now while you're doing this, keep the breathing regulated. Keep it in a nice, tight circle. But any thoughts that pop into your head, you're trying to clear your mind. I want you to focus on the breathing. The only thing that you really should be thinking is breathe in, breathe out. This is how you gain control of the mind. This is training the brain. You get advanced enough, you don't have to sit there and consciously think, breathe in, breathe out. But breathe in, breathe out. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Very deep, very comfortable breaths. Now don't be hard on yourself if things do pop in, like, did I turn the coffee pot off? Or did I do this? Or, you know what, I'm kind of hungry. Gently remind yourself that that's okay, and just push it out. Say, acknowledge it, gently. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't be like, why can't I clear my mind? Don't do that. You're going to set yourself back even further. Don't do that. Just gently remind yourself, that's right, I'm focusing on breathing. Breathe into my nose, out through my mouth. What about that game later on today? Oh. Breathe in. Breathe. Did I feed the dog? Breathe in. Breathe out. Address everything later. And that's what you're going to focus on, and you're going to train yourself. And the more that you do this, the less those thoughts are going to pop in and out. The less chaotic and clustered your mind will get. The more focused you can be, the more relaxed, the more calm. Once you master that, you're only limited by your own power, your own belief. You're only limited by what you believe you're limited to. You can cleanse your chakras. You can energize yourself. You can calm yourself when you're angry. You can calm yourself when you're stressed. You can find that peace. You can bring everything stable again, centered and balanced. There are hundreds of studies that show, even from non-spiritual people, from a very scientific outlook, just the differences in brain waves and stress levels and overall mental and even physical health in people that practice meditation just 10, 15 minutes a day. 90% of all successful people practice meditation. Bet you didn't know that. So once you get control of your mind, once you get it trained to where those thoughts don't just pop in, where they pop in at a minimum, and you find it easy to just acknowledge them and let them go, that's when you can start working on mindful meditation. Which, as I'm drawn to, I will do videos on different mindful meditations, but some examples of what you can do is clearing out any negative energy, clearing out any stagnant energies within yourself, aligning and balancing the chakras, awakening your kundalini, listening to Source, God, Higher Self, whatever word you choose to use, getting guidance, talking to your spirit guides, strengthening your intuition, opening your third eye, unlocking your own natural abilities, some you may not even be aware of. Even healing. I can sit there and if I'm in physical pain from a toothache or a headache or a stomach ache, 9 times out of 10, I can meditate that pain away. Without aspirin, without Tylenol or Excedrin. Sometimes if I'm given the chance, I can even do whenever I'm feeling not motivated or I have no physical energy. I'm just tired and drained. And I can sit there and I can meditate and it's like energy just flows and I can do what I need to do. If I'm overly emotional, I can calm it through meditation. If any of my chakras are out of balance or blocked off, I can locate it, I can address it, and I can fix it through meditation. The limits are non-existent as to what you can do. It's all just a matter of perspective, and it's a matter of what you want to do and what kind of faith you have in your own power and your own ability. The biggest things is, like I said, you have to start somewhere. I don't expect you to be able to watch this video and then go astral project and go fly through the stars. I don't expect you to be able to watch this video and be able to raise your body temperature and sit in underwear in the snow and be fine. like a Buddhist monk that's been practicing it in his entire life. I don't expect you to do this one time and all of a sudden you have no anger, no rage, full of happiness, bliss, and peace. Most of the time, 99% of the time, I'll walk around in a state of bliss. I'll walk around happy and at peace, and nothing gets to me. Things that don't deserve my reaction do not get my reaction, and I owe that to meditation. I owe that to meditation. I owe that to the knowledge that's been presented to me and my beliefs. And those that know me know that is not me a year and a half, 2 years ago for sure. Even 6 months ago. I have control of my temper. I have control of my actions. And I can listen to my intuition. And since I've been doing this and since I've been listening pretty much solely to my intuition, everything always seems to fall in place. I always end up at exactly the right place at the right time, usually to help somebody or learn something. Even sometimes to receive a reward for my good karma. So it has benefited me, it has benefited many others. There's been plenty of people I've had discussion with face to face who have taken this practice and it's turned their life around. Get good enough, you can incorporate gemstones and crystals into it if you believe in their metaphysical properties. And you can focus on certain chakras, you can focus on a certain task, you can focus on certain abilities. Certain incenses help, certain sounds in the background. There's meditation music all over YouTube. I almost always go to sleep to some form of sleep meditation. Usually when I get off work, I get done with my run. Once I get home, after I've showered and everything, I will meditate for at least 15, 20 minutes, sometimes 2, 3 hours. I don't know how long I'm going to be doing it until I've done. Just depends on how deep I get, what information is there for me, and what needs to be done. But I will come home and I will meditate almost every single day. There are exceptions when I come home and I'm just too tired and I'm like, I just got to go to sleep. But those are rare and far between. Almost every day, once I get home, I get relaxed, I start meditating. I light my candles, I light my incense. Maybe I'll put on frequencies in the background. Maybe I'll put on some meditation music, or maybe I'll sit in silence, whatever I feel drawn to that day. And then I go to sleep, to a sleep meditation, playing usually on YouTube. And I tell you what, since I've been doing this almost daily, I feel great almost every day. Aches and pains are gone, stress is gone, anxiety is gone, depression's gone. I'm just happy all the time. And it's life-changing and it's amazing. And I recommend it for anybody out there. And if this video helps even just one person feel what I feel, then I'm grateful for that. So until next time, love and light to you, brothers and sisters. Namaste. Peace. Have a wonderful day.